Hi everyone, this is Amy Urquhart from the Carberry Plains Arts Council, connecting the community of Carberry, North Cypress, Langford with fun arts activities that you can do at home. So I know I said that we were going to do the plant dance this week. I had this whole thing planned out where we're going to be outside and have a bunch of fun, and then it rained. So this is my kind of make-up activity for this week, and it's going to be Shakespeare. I know a lot of you are groaning and some of you are being like, Shakespeare, who he? The truth is, Shakespeare, usually when it was taught in school, when I was a youngster, it was like, he's great and you're not. Don't ask any questions. Well, that's simply not true. I'm here to tell you that Shakespeare is totally accessible and easy to understand for people your age. We just need to do a little bit of research. So I have a couple little tips here to help you read and appreciate Shakespeare. So we're going to start today with Shakespeare's sonnets. So basically, they're they're very short and they're very manageable to learn and understand as long as you have some context, which means that you understand the world and the life of the person who wrote them. Interesting fun fact about Shakespeare, he died on the same day that he was born. That's important for some reason. I'll leave it to you to figure out why. Okay, so first things first, when you have your sonnet that you've chosen, you're going to read it over and determine what the rhythm is. In classical Shakespeare training, they call this the Imbic Pentameter. And apparently, it's the same rhythm for every single piece of Shakespeare. Now, this is true. However, we still need to feel our natural rhythm. So, when you read through your piece, see if you can get a little rhythm going, okay? And I'm just going to read the first few lines here. They that have the power to hurt and will do none, that do not do the thing they most do show, who moving others are themselves a stone, unmoved, cold, and temptation to slow, okay? So I kind of got a sense of a little bit of a rhythm there. So then I read it again, feeling the rhythm but not tapping it. They that have the power to hurt and will do none, that do not do the thing they most do show, who moving others are themselves a stone, unmoved, cold, and temptation to slow. All right. Now, what does this all mean? Let's take it down line by line. So the first line, they that have the power to hurt and will do none. Okay, what do you think is the most important word in that sentence? They that have the power to hurt and will do none. Well, for me, it's power. I feel that that's the most important word in the sentence. They that have the power to hurt. And if I were to choose a second word in the sentence, I would say none. You have power, and you're doing nothing with it, And then the next line, that do not do the thing they most do show. To me, it's do and show. They're not doing the thing that they're showing everybody that they do. Okay, now this is a sentiment that can definitely be applied to real life. Do you have anybody in your life that maybe acts one way around people, but then when you watch them or listen to them when they're not being evaluated by other people, are they still the same way, right? Who moving others are themselves a stone. So for me, now, okay, so in order to make this personal for you, in order for you to sound like the words are yours, you need to start kind of inventing your own story to do with these words. So there's this person, they have power, they're not really doing much with it, they're not doing the thing that they're telling other people that they're doing or showing other people that they're doing. They are persuading other people, they're moving other people, but they themselves are not moved by what they're bringing or giving. To me, that kind of sounds like a telemarketer or like a salesperson who doesn't really believe in the product that they're selling. They wouldn't use it themselves, but for some reason, they're telling everybody to go out and buy this awesome thing. Okay, so also when you're delivering a speech, you need to think about, especially with Shakespeare, you need to think about three things: logos, pathos, and ethos. Okay, so that's Greek to me. What does that mean? So logos means you're appealing to somebody's sense of logic. Mom, you know what? These shoes are a little more expensive than the ones you originally picked out for me, but they are much better quality. So next year, I will use the same shoes. So for a little bit more, you're only buying one pair of shoes, Mom, when if you bought the other one, you'd be buying two. Mom, we're appealing to your sense of logic so you can buy us the more expensive shoes. Okay. Pathos. Mom, you know what? I get made fun of every day because I wear this type of shoes. It's humiliating. I hide in the bathroom every day. I cry my eyes out. Mom, don't you remember what it was like to be me when you were my age? Okay. And right now Mom's crying her eyes out because she feels for you. She empathizes with you because you were appealing to her sense of empathy. Okay. Ethos. Ethos is a little bit harder because, well, no, it's your sense of right and wrong. Your sense of what's right. Yeah, your sense of right and wrong. So how can you make your argument for ethos for the shoes? Okay, I think I have it. All right, Mom, you know what? I have been a very, very responsible young lady. I've always come home on time. I've never skipped school. I always do things before you ask me to do them. I feel that deserves a reward or some sort of, I think that can sort of, anyway, that one's a little bit harder and less tangible, but anyway, you get the idea. Okay. So this person that I'm talking to, I'm telling somebody about these people that have the power to do something. They don't do anything with it. They're trying to convince other people and they're not convinced themselves. It kind of sounds like a warning to me. Like the person that I'm talking to, I'm warning them about this person. Beware, This is what they look like, this is what they sound like, but really, this is the situation here. Okay, so I'm going to think about that too. Yeah, and another thing you need to think about when you're doing Shakespeare is the punctuation. Now that means periods, that means commas, that means, the dot with that's a colon. Anything like that, okay? You're going to notice it, and you're going to notice that it's kind of like a change of thought. They that have the power to hurt, and I have a comma there, and will do none. And there's almost always a comma at the end of the line too. Okay, so now with all the things that we were thinking about in mind, I'm going to read off the whole thing to you. Thinking about who I'm appealing to, what sense I'm appealing to them, the punctuation, the rhythm, and we're going to go for it. They that have the power to hurt and will do none, they that do not do the thing they most do show, who moving others are themselves as stone, unmoved, cold, and to temptation slow, they rightly do inherit heaven's graces, and husband nature's riches from expense. They are the lords and owners of their faces, others but stewards to their excellence. The summer's flower is to the summer sweet, though to itself it only live and die. But if that flower with base infection meet, the basest weed outbraves his dignity, for sweetest things turn sourest by their deeds. Lilies that fester far worse than weeds.